Hi everyone. The end of another week. Unbelievable. How time is flying. How are you all doing? Let me know if you are signing in for practice today, our intermediate session. So we'll start at 12:30 until 1:15. Kind of continuing with the core work. So we've been doing a lot of side planks, core stability, but like I always say, allowing the whole body to open up. So trying to keep the practices quite all round as well. As you guys can see, I'm not in my usual space. There's been like power shortages and the storm has been quite hectic here. So I'm actually teaching from home. So welcome into my home without a Jeff banner. um, yeah, let me know, guys. I can see there's a few of you online. Please say hi. Let me know that you're here. There's Maggie popping in the background. So she'll probably come in here and say hi. Today, you're not really going to need any specific props. You will just need your mats and yourself. This is Maggie, by the way. Oh, Maggie the fat cat. Say hi, Mags. This is Mags. Usually I put her away when I'm practicing, otherwise she tends to attack my head. So I might need to remove her at some point during the video. But she's just made her debut. um, yeah, so another week, guys. Flip. Oh, heading through July quite quickly now. Let me know that you're here. I see there's a few people watching, guys. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. How are you doing? How are your bodies feeling? Have you done the practices this week? How many flows have you done? Have you been sticking to your sessions? All the one-on-ones. I know that your coaches are telling you that you need to be at these flows. So let me know. Are there one-on-ones? Are you guys here? I'm going to have all your coaches check up with you by the end of the week to see if you guys did, in fact, attend a few flows this week. And yeah, other than that, hey, Sarah, nice to see you. Are you practicing? Yeah, other than that, I'm still making up my mind with kind of the theme of next week. I'll announce that on Monday. It'll kind of be announced with or as the Monday 12:30 practice. So I have had a few requests. Hi, Dirkie. Are you practicing? And we've got TL here. Hi, welcome. What was I saying? The theme of next week. I'm still kind of sussing it out. So we got a few requests. We got heart openers again. We did that about 2 weeks ago. We've got more balancing was requested. Hips. I mean, that's always in the mix. So we'll see kind of where we go next week. I know that Dirkie kind of killed everyone's quads this week. So perhaps that's something we can look at doing nice kind of deep releases next week. Let me know if you guys are keen for that. And yeah, any requests, please send it my way. Any questions, send it my way. And yeah, let's give it a few more minutes. Give it 5 minutes or so before we start. Oh, Dirkie joining. Love. Buzz, Roz, let's see here. 5 hits, 4 flow, 3 5-kilometer forest walks, 2 20-minute elliptical sessions, and 1 dance class. Yo, Roz, that is insane. Inspirational. I think I need to take a page from your book. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Dirkie, yes, my quads to deep release. Cool. So, I mean, I was kind of thinking playing with some like splits kind of things and like deep stretches in the quads. So maybe that's where we go next week, guys. Let me know how you feel about that. Sometimes that work can be a bit challenging on knees, so you'll have to look after yourself. But yeah, it should feel quite good. We all do need that. So yeah. Yeah, Sarah, incredible. Absolutely, Roz. You are a superstar. I can't believe you managed to fit that all into 1 week. I think I have to challenge myself a little bit more. I actually didn't do a lot except for yoga this week, which is generally my standard practice. But I have challenged myself to a few high intensity classes, and I think I need to do a few more. I know I haven't done the 6 a.m. or the 7 a.m. yet. Dirkie's here, so that is definitely my call and my challenge to join Dirkie next week. A little bit scared, but I'm sure I will survive. just. Cool, guys. A few more minutes. I see there's still a few people online that have not said hi, guys. Let me know that you're here, please. Let me know who's your coach, how's everything going, what was really a standout session for you this week. We were also chatting about things to let go of that are not serving us. So thought patterns, habits, food, anything that's causing any level of toxicity in your life. So we had a few things. I know Roz that's on here. She responded to a post saying just what other people think of her, really just letting that go. For me, eating, it's all about the eating. So really letting sugar go, trying to only drink 1 cup of coffee a day. Yeah. So we all have our things, I've had some kind of relationship things, not with my partner, like friendship things with people that I've just kind of been like, cool, cutting that off, and it's all connected. So that's what yoga teaches us, is we learn lessons on our mats and we take it off our mats. So you guys can let me know, how do you feel about that? Has anyone had kind of any breakthroughs this week regarding their journey? Maybe through your one-on-one sessions, maybe through one of the live sessions. Let me know. And then, of course, I'd love to know who is going to be involved this weekend, who's joining on Saturday. And yeah, check in, guys. Check in. Maggie running across the background. But yeah, guys, so I think we're almost about to get started. Thank you so much for joining. Of course, you guys know that these sessions are free and you can catch up anytime. So if you can't make this session, please make sure to catch it up. And then, of course, if you've been with us, with Jeff for a while, and you feel like you do need to up level, or you're ready to up level, or you feel like you need a bit of extra support to reach your goals, that's of course why we have structured the one-on-one sessions. We've got amazing coaches. It's ultimately you're accountable, self-accountability is the most important, but it's really nice sometimes to have that extra support, to have someone that's going to hold you accountable for your goals so that you can reach them. So let us know if you're interested in finding out more about the one-on-one sessions. You can comment, you can send us a message. I promise you'll get a response very quickly. And then, of course, a lot of extra things happening over the next month. Guys, if you pay for that membership, the 200 Rand gives you access to so many extras, the guided runs, information about the cooking sessions on Wednesday, and that you won't get if you're not part of the membership. And of course, that membership money helps us to bring more to you guys. So any questions, let us know. Otherwise, your support is appreciated so that we can support you more on your journey in reaching your goals. Cool, everyone. So I think let's get started. Like I said, you won't need much. We've got your hi, Pat, welcome. Hi, Kabibi, welcome. I was just saying I'm having less coffee, but I'm gonna have a last little sip. It's a very yogi thing to have some coffee before you practice. All right, guys. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Cool, everyone. So let's start standing on our mats. Right, feet hip distance apart. Take a nice loop of your shoulders and then close your eyes. Start to straighten out your legs a little more, draw your lower belly in. And then just notice if you tend to rock forward or back, or left or right. And try and stabilize yourself by drawing your front body back, your back body forward, and then broadening yourself from your center line outwards towards the right and the left. Let's spread our palms and let the palms face forward. So we're opening up through the hands. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And again, a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Nice. All right. You can bring your hands onto your heart space. If you're working with an intention or an affirmation or a mantra, bring that into your awareness now. If you're not, then simply have the intention of being very present for this practice. You have set this time aside for yourself, so make the most of it. Nice. And then slowly open your eyes. All right, so you're going to bring your hands to your hips. And we're going to play just a little bit with balance and some coordination. I might have to remove Maggie at some point. All right, bringing your weight onto your right leg. Raise your left foot up and start to make nice little ankle rolls with your left foot. So your abdominals are drawing back. I got a little bend in my standing leg, so my center of gravity is really grounded. At the same time, release your right hand and start to make a few circles with your right hand. So it doesn't matter which direction they're moving in. We're just finding a little bit of stability and some nice balance. Okay, don't hold your breath. And just move hand and foot around. Nice. All right. Bring your right hand back to your hip. And then just slowly start to move that right hip around. So just moving it in big full circles. Okay. And then once you've found your rhythm here, extend your right arm in front of you. And at the same time, you're just going to move through some big circles with your arm and your shoulder. Really moving from your midline. Pause with your knee up and your arm up. And then we're going to change the direction in which we're circling. So knee back, arm down. Nice. Don't clench your jaw. Don't hold your breath. All right. Pause in the center. And then lower your left leg. Bring your right hand to hip. Beautiful. We switch other side. Weight onto left leg, right knee up. And then release your left arm forward and just start to move through a few ankle and wrist rolls. So should feel quite nice. Lower belly is drawing in. And especially with yoga, if you've done a lot of practices this week, you might be feeling it in your wrist. So just release that. If you've done any kind of inclines, walking or running, you might be feeling it in the top of the foot, in your ankle, and your shins. So just release that. Nice. Bring your left hand to your your hip, and then slowly start to move that right knee in a few circles. Nice. Try not lean forward too much because you'll topple forward. Remember, your head is very heavy. Bring your left arm out in front of you. And then move both. So definitely for me, this side feels trickier because my right leg is much stronger than my left. So I can immediately feel the difference between this side and the other side. Pause through center, bring left arm up, right knee up, and then we change direction. So arm back, knee back, circle round. Finding your core, finding your balance. Really nice, guys. Let's do one more. And then pause and lower, right leg, left hand. I'm just going to switch my direction so you can see me a little better. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart and come to sit in chair pose. So bending the knees, sit down. Draw your lower belly in, extend your arms up. And then sit a little deeper until you can bring your thighs parallel to the floor. And then reach your arms forward, bring your torso parallel to the floor. Nice, take 2 more breaths. Beautiful. And then bring your hands down. You could straighten your legs a little more to come into a forward fold. So now, if you can, you're completely inverting the head. If it's too much, then you can lift the head slightly. Otherwise, the head is all the way down. And you can nod your head no and yes. Relax through the shoulders. Let the spine drip down. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Maggie. See, this is why I don't teach at home. All right. We're going to prepare for our spinal roll. So bend your knees until you feel your glutes activate. Draw your lower belly in. Keep your arms and your head heavy, and from the floor up, you're slowly going to roll, stacking one vertebra on the other until you come all the way up to stand. Loop your shoulders up, back, and down, and at the same time, as we started, broadening from side to side. So if you've been following the classes this week, you'll know this little sequence. Otherwise, just work with me. Wait onto your left leg. Draw right knee to chest. Inhaling. And then pendulum your torso forward, keeping your hip line level. That is your exhale. Straighten out your right leg. Full warrior 3 is our inhale. And then airplane pose. Take the arms back, broaden through the collarbones. Come back to our starting point. Inhale. And then ground your right foot. Center yourself off. Exhale. Left knee to chest, drawing it up. Active feet. As you pendulum forward, preparing for our warrior 3. Extend through the heel of that left leg. Draw your lower belly in. Inhale, full stretch with the arms. Roll your left hip down. And then airplane is our exhale. Come back up. That will be a full breath in. And then we ground the left foot, exhale. Sit all the way down, chair pose, inhale. And then come into a forward fold, exhale. Here you could wrap the hands around the heels and really go as deep as feels good. Take a halfway lift, inhale. And back to a forward fold, exhale, bend the knees to prepare. One inhale rolls the spine all the way up. And then we loop the shoulders. Nice, we'll move that to the breath. Right knee to chest, inhale. Move forward, exhale. Warrior 3, inhale, straighten left leg if you can. Airplane, exhale. Right knee back up, inhale. Ground feet hip distance, exhale. Left knee to chest, inhale. Move forward, exhale. Arms straight, legs straight, inhale. Level off your hip line, airplane, exhale. Come back up, inhale. Ground your left foot, exhale. Sit all the way down, inhale. And then fold forward as deep as you like, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. And forward fold, exhale, bend the knees. Slowly roll the spine up to come all the way up and loop the shoulders. Come to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Bring big toes to touch, palms in front of the heart. We'll move through a simple sun salutation just to keep our breath moving and get our heart rate up a little more. Release your hands. Inhale, high mountain. And then exhale is forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right foot back, ground your knee. Exhale. Crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. And then you can take this lunge a little deeper if you like as you exhale, bird wing the arms down to the floor. High plank is your inhale. Use your knees if you need to, otherwise full chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog or cobra, inhale. And downward dog, exhale. You could take a little bend in your knees if you need here. Otherwise, really activate the front of the legs. Straight, strong arms. Lower belly drawing in, chest melting down, but the rib cage drawing slightly back. Deep breaths. Stay in it, relax your neck. Nice. Look forward. Step right foot, then left foot to the top of your mat. Big toes to touch, halfway lift. And forward fold. Straight legs, straight spine to stand. Inhale. And we move straight to the left. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Stepping the left leg back, ground the knee, exhale. Remember your front knee is stacked above its ankle. Arms reach up, inhale. And then here again, maybe you lunge a little deeper and open up the chest. So nice. Hands to the floor. High plank, inhale. Knees if you need for support. Elbows in and back, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Nice. Stay with me here. Roll your outer shoulders down. Roll your inner shoulders forward. Tilt your pelvis forward and send your sit bones high. Deepen breath. After your next exhale, look forward. Step your left foot, then your right foot to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Come all the way up, inhale. Hands to touch to heart center. And pause here for a moment. Again, notice if you're rocking side to side or forward and back. And try and anchor yourself using the stability of the core to really center. using the grounding of the feet to balance. And then we'll release the hands. Making our way to downward dog through a little flow, so the option to float back or step back. So inhaling, arms up, and then exhaling to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and now you're either stepping to high plank or taking a float to chaturanga. We'll all come into an upward dog and meet in a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bring your knees to the floor. Untuck your toes and bring the tops of the feet to the mat, allowing the buttocks down to your heels. Let your spine creep forward, forehead to the mat. And then we're going to bring our hands onto our lower back. So the space between your hips and your rib cage, the space where your kidneys sit, your adrenals sit. And so with a lot of us under stress, a lot of us running anxiety, we just tell the system to relax. So we don't need, really adrenaline should be released in fight or flight mode, when we're really in danger. But now in modern days, our nervous system picks up danger or stress as, an email that's late, or a meeting that's stressful, or traffic, or safety. So our bodies are constantly running all these hormones that should actually only run when we're in fight or flight. So now, just placing your hands there, it's almost that same effect as when you knock a body part, you knock an elbow, and the first reaction is to hold it and to calm it, and just to kind of bring it back to its own vibration. And so take 5 more deep breaths like this, telling your body and your nervous system to relax, which in turn is really so crucial and necessary for a healthy immune system, which really is what we should all be working on right now. Nice. All right. We'll meet in a tabletop position. So that means my wrists are shoulder distance under my shoulders, my knees are hip distance under my hips. And then we're going to set up for our dolphin pose. So coming down onto the forearms, making sure my shoulders are above my elbows and they're in alignment with one another. I'm interlacing my fingers and I'm sliding my bottom pinky to the inside of the other hand so that I've got a nice level base of my hands. Pressing down into the outer edges of my hands and my forearms, I'm going to hollow into my armpits and dome a little through the upper back. Tucking my toes under like a downward dog, I'm going to lift my hips. My leg is soft and not on the floor. And then maybe you walk your feet a little closer, really pressing into your arms firmly, waking up the front of the legs, and just allowing the spine to drip down. All right, keep your arms as they are, but step your legs back for a forearm plank. I'm just going to shuffle myself a little forward, yeah? Okay, release your hands so that your palms are flat on the mat. And then bring your right hand across to the left so that you can shift into a side plank on your right forearm and raise your left arm up. Okay, again, like we did when we were standing, notice how you're rocking around and bring yourself into stability. And switch. Left elbow down, left hand across. Onto the left elbow, lift your hips away from the floor and reach your right arm up. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Come back to center. Change the interlace of the hands and move back into your dolphin pose. Pressing firmly into the arms. Now a little diagonal back. My head relaxes. Beautiful. Bring your big toes to touch. As you come down, take your knees out nice and wide. Untuck the toes and sit back into a wide-kneed downward dog. Let your shoulders relax now. Your elbows can be on the mat. And then again, we'll meet in tabletop. So bringing your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And then I'd like you to press into your fingerprints so that your knuckles lift away from the mat and the tips of your fingers almost become a little lighter in color. Right, the eyes of my elbows are pointing almost to the opposite corners of my mat, but I'm not locking out my elbow joints. There's a little bit of a give in that joint. I'm going to draw my lower belly up, tuck my toes under, and hover my knees just above the mat. Press down through all four corners of the hands. Super bent knee downward dog. Keep your knees bent, but take the weight kind of off the hands as you press through the arms. Nice. And then look forward. Walk your hands forward into a high plank. Okay, so remember my bum isn't high, not hanging it low. I'm nice and long through the spine. Side plank to the right. Turn your right fingertips slightly out to the right. I'm on a diagonal line from my wrist to my shoulder. I'm stacking my ankles and I'm reaching my top arm up. Again, I notice where I'm wobbling around and I try and bring stability into my pose. Switch back down. First find your high plank. Then turning left fingertips out, roll onto the outer edge of your left foot and reach your right arm up. Okay, so my core is nice and engaged. My legs are really firm. I'm not locking out into my left elbow. Nice, and then I look back, come back into my high plank. Hanging cobra, my toes stay tucked under, but my hips lower and I open up my chest. Beautiful, ground your knees, big toes to touch. Press yourself back into a little child's pose. This time, sweep your hands around so you allow your shoulders to roll forward. Nice little squeeze into the belly now. A little activation into our digestive system. And then reaching your arms forward as far as you can go. Lift your buttocks, press up and back, downward facing dog, full stretch. Nice, bring your big toes to touch. And then float your right leg up and back. Anchor your left heel down as much as you can. Squeeze your right heel to your buttock. Point your right toe. And then hollow the belly. Squeeze that right thigh to chest. Lift as high as you can onto the ball of your left foot. Rock forward. Knee to nose. Up and back. Three-legged dog. And then again, take yourself all the way forward now. Step your right foot through. Finding pyramid pose. Step your back foot a little closer. My feet are still on parallel tracks. My front foot is in line with the long edge of my mat. You can take a little halfway lift first. My back toes are turned slightly out to the left. I'm trying to keep my pelvis pretty level here, lifting my lower belly and not collapsing into my right hip. And then when you're ready, you'll fold yourself down, opening the back of that right leg. You can close your eyes. Just take a few more breaths here. Nice. And then looking forward, we're going to move into a revolved half moon. So bring yourself forward like our warrior three, but now our legs are on the floor, our hands are on the floor. Bring your left fingertips to the floor. Bring your right hand to your sacrum. And then start to revolve your chest to the right. If you can, hold your balance, lift your left leg and open your right arm. Hold for 3. Lift your lower belly for 2. And 1 more breath. Look down. Bring your right hand down. Step back into a nice low lunge. Move through Prasarita and move all the way to your left. Hands down, 3-legged dog, left leg up and back. Ground firmly through your right heel. Squeeze your left heel to your buttock as you point your left toes. Suck your belly in as you draw left thigh to chest. Come high onto the ball of your right foot, knee to nose. Up and back, 3-legged dog. And then you're looking forward to rock forward, step yourself through. Step your right foot a little closer, feet on parallel tracks, halfway lift. Right toes turn slightly out, pretty level hip line. You can walk your hands forward, soften down when you're ready. Fill your body with breath. Nice, look forward. Revolved half moon as you bring yourself forward, raise your back leg up, so like your warrior 3 legs. You're on your right fingertips now. Bring your left hand to your sacrum and then keep this right glute nice and active. Start to revolve to the left. And then if you can, opening the left arm to the left. We hold for 3. Press into your right fingertips for 2. Deep breath for 1. Nice. Look down. Step back into a nice long lunge. And then we'll walk all the way to Prasarita. So both feet turning forward. Hands can come to the outer thighs, calf muscles or ankles as you fold yourself all the way down. And we'll hold for 5 breaths here. Active in the front of the legs so the back of the legs can release. So the weight is in the front of the heels and the balls of the feet. Nice, and then you'll come into a halfway lift and walk yourself across to your right foot. Take a nice long lunge. Look forward, step your left leg forward, take a halfway lift. And then Uttanasana, forward fold to hold. So here you can bring your hands behind your calf muscles as you fold forward. And then release into a halfway lift. We're going to step our right foot all the way back. So we're in a lunge. And we're going to prepare for supported side plank. So right hand out to the sides as we did. Roll onto the outer blade of your right foot. This time bring your left foot out in front of you. And so your knees pretty much in line with your hips. Your left arm's going to open. Okay, we're just preparing for side plank. So step your left foot a little closer until you can, your right foot a little closer until you can ground it. And then start to raise your left knee up. Reach your left hand to your left knee. Maybe this is where you stay. Or if you're opening a bit more, start to extend through that bottom leg. Nice. We hold for 3. Don't lock out your right elbow for 2. Active right leg for 1. Nice. If you can, raise your left arm and swivel back into your lunge without using your left hand. Bring it to the inside of your left foot now. Runner's lunge. Lower down onto your forearms. Soften your head down. Beautiful. Press onto your hands. Then walk yourself through Prasarita to the back and all the way across over your right leg. Supported side plank to the other side. Left hand goes to the side, fingertips turn slightly outwards so that you're following the line from your shoulder to your wrist, okay? Come onto the outer blade of your left foot. Shimmy your right foot across so that you're in your supported side plank. Prepare. Bring left foot closer. Ground the whole bottom of your left foot, bringing your right knee up. And then if you can, extend that left leg fully. You're opening your chest. You're breathing. We hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Then bend, raise your right arm, swivel back to bring your right foot to step through. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right leg. And then runner's lunge, coming down onto your forearms and softening. Press down into your hands. This time, simply bring your right foot in so that you can step into a high plank. Hanging cobra now, or full chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Step your left leg through so that you can come into Prasarita. From your Prasarita, take a little halfway lift, Malasana squat, heel toes the feet, bring yourself to sit down, bring your hands into heart space. And then we'll move twisted Malasana. We're going to go 3 to each side. So let's start to the left. Left hand behind you. Inner right knee lowers. I'm hooking my right elbow across and I'm looking over to my left. I take myself back through center and over to the other side. And then do 2 more in your own time to each side. Nice, and then come all the way back. Sit your buttocks down. Bring the soles of the feet together, wrapping the hands around the toes. Butterfly pose folds you forward and down. And then you'll come up, Janu Shirshasana. Extend your right leg forward. Draw the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. Reach both arms up and then fold forward over that leg. And slowly come up. Half lotus if you can, with the right foot on top. Otherwise, easy cross-legged seat with the right foot in front. Reach both arms up. And then take a twist to your right. If you can, your right hand is coming all the way behind you to reach onto that right foot. And you're looking over to the right. If you're not there, then your right hand is simply on the floor behind you. Gaze forward, unravel. Bring your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, and then just draw open the chest as you fold forward and down. And then come all the way up. Release your right foot if you're in lotus. Set up for Janu Shirshasana on the other side. So left leg to extend, arms to reach up. And then you're folding forward over that left leg. Nice, and you can come up. Half lotus to the left, if you can. Otherwise, left foot in front. You're trying to draw your knees quite close to one another here. Reach arms up. Twist around. If you can, that left arm is coming around to reach for your left foot. You're sitting nice and tall and you're twisting from your center. Look forward, unravel, arms out. Remember, it's thumbs down, internal rotation, hands behind you. Change your interlace, and again, you'll fold forward. Nice. And then pick yourself back up. Release your left foot. Swivel yourself so that you're facing the long edge of your mat. Unravel your feet and bring yourself to lie all the way down. Both feet on the floor. Take a bridge pose as you reach the hips up. Just kind of stretch out the belly. And then slowly roll back down. You can move through a second round of bridge pose, or if wheel pose is in your practice and your body feels open, remember we haven't done that much opening in the back body, but if you like, you could press your hands down and just get a nice stretch through the chest, through the legs, through the belly. And then you'll come back down when you're ready. We'll all meet with our knees to our chest. And then taking yourself into a plow pose when you're ready. So hands go either side of you, legs move up and over, hands can come to the lower back, and you're tucking your toes under. Walking the hands down to the shoulder blades. Wake up your thighs, inner thighs rolling up to the ceiling. Nice, and then slowly you'll roll down. Okay, fish pose. So take your feet down. Bring your hands underneath your buttocks. Press into your elbows as you bring them in underneath you. Lift your chest and come onto the crown of your head. To come out, press firmly into elbows. Lift head, tuck chin. And then release your hands. Let's take constructive relaxation as you press your feet on the floor, lift your hips, ground your sacrum, let your inner knees touch. Rest your hands on your belly. Take a few breaths here, and then if you'd like to stay here for your Shavasana, you're welcome to. If you'd like to move to a wall, to place your legs on the wall, you can. Or you can simply move classic corpse pose, releasing your feet down or your legs down to the floor and the arms either side. Allow yourself a few more moments of complete quietness. Take a deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Let go of your week. Let go of this day. Just bring yourself into the present moment. And you can slowly start to invite some movement into your toes and your fingers, your arms and your legs until you work your way into a full body stretch. And then a full body squeeze. And then you can roll to the side or rock yourself up into a seat. And bring one hand and the other across your heart space as we started. Close your eyes. Again, if you're working with an affirmation or an intention, draw that into your awareness now. And thank yourself for your dedication this week. Time spent on your health and your well-being is not wasted. Time spent on relaxation and connecting is not wasted. And so thank yourself for that dedication and for showing up every day for yourself. Because when you heal yourself, when you better yourself, when you increase your vibration, that ripples out into your immediate environment. That ripples out to the people around you. That ripples out beyond your immediate environment into the world around you. And thank you all for sharing the practice here today, the end of another week. If you're catching up, thank you for joining. I wish you all a beautiful weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for putting up with me at home, not my normal studio, and with old Maggie running around. I know what she wants. She wants food, not love. If anyone knows cats, you know that. Well done, everyone, for joining. Pat, thank you. You're amazing. Well done for joining. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Sarah, you're the best. Guys, well done. Well done for moving through another week. Well done for sticking with your goals. And if you didn't, that's also okay. We're all just human. Every day is a new opportunity to start again, to try again. For me, changing my bad habits, or for me changing my lifestyle, has taken quite a long time for it to become permanent. What I found is that I'll try something to change something, and then I maybe slide back to my old ways, and then I try again and I slide back into my old ways. And for me, how I see the progress isn't by being like, cool, I've conquered it, I'm now a changed person, but rather seeing that the gaps between the old habits, let's call it old habits, the gaps between the old habits and the new habits become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until there's no gap, and it has completely transformed and changed, and the direction in which I make those decisions is now in the new direction, and the old kind of fades out. So just keep going, keep dedicated, trust yourself, trust the process, get on your mats and do your flow minimum twice a week, guys. Well done, everyone. Pleasure, Turkey. I hope you enjoyed that. Rosalind, healthy self, heal thyself. So true. true. Roz, have a beautiful weekend. Guys, keep warm, nourish yourselves, nourish your souls, do things that make you happy, spend time with your family. Sundays, prep day, prep for your week ahead. So when you wake up on Monday morning, you can wake up 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., whichever session you're doing, and you're ready for your new week ahead. Don't separate your weeks from your weekends. So your weekend is not kind of like a different aspect. The week continues. So try really flow all the way through to your Sunday as you would Monday to Friday. Redo some sessions. Cool, guys. So I'm going to love and leave you. And I wish you all a beautiful weekend. Travel safe if you're traveling. And I will see you all on Monday with a new inspired week for Flow. Send any last little requests through if you have any. And yeah, cool, guys. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful weekend. Ciao.